There is a winning quarterback out there.
Is there?
Who was recently on the trading block.
Oh.
Should the Cowboys go out and get Jimmy G?
Well, look, we know, Nick, this is one thing Nick and I agreed on with Jimmy G. That was part of why they kept him, right?
Yeah.
Because when a starter got hurt,
yes,
you could get a nice little package in return for him.
Yeah.
And look, here's the deal, though. I watched the 49ers game. They're not trading Jimmy G. All right, you just can't. One word, Wildes, insurance. All right, they are not trading Jimmy G. I'm not off trading. We'll get to that later. But I don't think they're even going to give up Jimmy G right now to anybody. All right. But the question was, should the Cowboys go after him? And I think I'm going to surprise you guys with my answer, because as much faith as I have in Jimmy G, as much as I believe in him, as much as I know he's a winner. We've all seen the graphic. It was
it's an amazing graphic.
Eighth winningest quarterback ever in the regular season.
You're going to say no to this?
The answer is no.
Why?
They should not go after him because the Cowboys are so bad that even Jimmy G couldn't turn them around.
Why, that's bad.
And here's the deal. They looked horrible with Dak. I mean horrible with Dak. And Jimmy G, as much as I like him, is not as good as even Dak. All right,
so you don't say.
Right. Okay. Well, Dak looked.
One guy makes $6 million, other guy $200
They and Dak looked bad last year, but last night. But anyway, I say no, Nick. Look, the offensive line is a mess. The receivers can't create separation. I don't think they should go after Jimmy G. I really don't. Because Cooper, let's say this last thing. Let me show you this. I see, I've thrown you off. Nick doesn't even know what to say now.
Well, he was
look
ready.
at this. Look at Cooper Rush. And I'm not trying to sing his praises. Okay. But last year, one start, he goes to Minnesota. We are doing this. One start, he goes to Minnesota, 325 yards, 2 touches. Look, give it a shot.
Brew.
They not getting Jimmy G. Your boys want to keep him.
Hold on. Stop. Just wait, because you're going to be shocked here as well. Just calm down a little bit.
Okay.
All right?
So we're
It's a hot
reversed.
Monday.
I think they will go after him. And I think they will call about Gardner, as you tweeted about.
Yeah, let's go.
And I think they'll call about Jimmy. Because Jerry Jones suffered through the 4-12 that actually got you Dak and Zeke and Tony Romo's last year. And he suffered through the 6-10 a couple years ago when Dak had the awful compound fracture. Mm-hmm. And Jerry Jones does not want to suffer through that type of season again. So I think they will go after one of these guys. But Bruce, sandwiched around all the nonsense Bruce spouted about the Niners want the insurance policy and Cooper Rush was good one game. Everything else Bruce said was correct. The Cowboys were a mess yesterday before Dak got hurt. Mm-hmm. They were 3 for 15 on third downs. They had 12 total first downs. They had 3.8 yards per play. They had the second fewest yards of any team in football yesterday. The only they had the only team in football to not score a touchdown. The only team whose offense was as inept teams was the Niners and Bears, who were playing in a monsoon. The Cowboys already had an injured offensive line, and now Connor McGovern, it looks like, has a high ankle sprain, could be out. What I think would be best for the Cowboys is let this season go to hell. Have it be. I thought they were an 8-win team before Dak got hurt. Now you have a reason that you're going to be screwed anyway. You can tear it down for Mike McCarthy. You can hire Eric Bieniemy or somebody else who actually can run the football team, and potentially with a really high draft pick, because you don't need a quarterback, you can replenish the team. You watched them yesterday. Did that look like a team that had a lot of stars, or did that look like, man, I hope Micah Parsons makes a lot of plays?
Which he did.
But the defense was fine.
The defense was fine, but it was also the defense wasn't as good as the numbers suggest, because Parsons saved them a bunch. Parsons saved them on 2 critical third downs.
But that counts.
Of course. But my point is that what they have right now is not a sustainable model for a team. What they have, even if Dak were healthy, they were not going to win this division. They were not going to be a dominant team. And so I think they will go after one of these guys, because Jerry doesn't want to have the season ruined before September.
You don't think they get Jimmy G?
No, I think they could, absolutely.
Really?
But I don't think they should.
Okay.
I don't think they should go after
All right, here's what's happening, everybody.
What?
Nick likes to overreact a lot. I'll give you a spoiler alert what's happening in the show, okay? give up on the Cowboys week 1. It's September 12th. Meanwhile, later on in the show, we're about to crown the Chiefs as the Super Bowl champions. Don't give them.
I had them missing the playoffs with a healthy Dak Prescott. So what the hell do you think I'm going to say about? I had them going 8-9 and missing the playoffs before.
You cannot
Sunday
give
night.
up on the season.
I never gave in on the season.
Well,
I was already out on it. I was out on the season beforehand.
Okay.
Now their quarterback's out.
All right. So for the sake of the show, let's do a little quarterback musical chairs.
Sure.
So here are some quarterback options. I've got 4 up there. We've got Jimmy G up there already.
Yeah.
Musical chairs number 2, quarterback. Should the Cowboys, Alice Broussard, go after Cam Newton? I like it. Reunite with Kellen Moore a little bit. They were both Heisman finalists, so now it's kind of poetic to have them join again. Brew, do you like the Cowboys going after Cam? What's the call?
I do think Cam is done. I don't think he has anything left.
No.
He obviously brings, a lot to that team, but it's Dak's team. We understand that. So his persona, his aura, as he called it, wouldn't be as big of a problem.
Aura's gone.
Bring him in.
Look, there's a couple I like better. I don't know if they're on your list.
They might.
I'll wait and see. But
don't jump the segment.
he'd be mid-list.
Okay.
Mid-list.
Do you like Cam or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
Jeez, gosh.
Cam is a
him $1 million
goal line, short yardage quarterback for a great team. That should be his role. He should have a package of 5 to 8 plays for a good team. He can't be anyone's starter. He just can't be. All right, so who's next?
Okay, let me put this would be a little bit controversial and would involve a trade. Would you give up late draft pick? And this guy loves denim. Already got a mustache. I'm sure in his wardrobe he's got a cowboy hat or 2. Gardner Minshew.
Late pick, yes. Yes.
From the
third day pick, yes.
But it doesn't move the needle at all.
You don't think Gardner could win you?
Well,
I think
nobody's
Gardner's
winning in that
8%
division.
better than Cooper Rush. I think Gardner Minshew had a fun 4 weeks, and there's nothing. There's a certain type of personality that the sports media loves. And it's the aw shucks, but I'm actually kind of a little more arrogant than I should be. But I live in a trailer park, RV, and I'm wearing jean shorts. It's just
I like it.
It plays every note. It's the same type of thing of Bruce is in town. Oh, got to see the boss for the 30th time.
Okay, yeah.
It's the same. No, it's the same sports writers that do that love Gardner. Gardner's
Bruce
fine.
Springsteen
There's a reason, Wildes, that Gardner isn't a starter anywhere, and that nobody went and got him.
Okay, then the Eagles should give him up. All right, last one. You want a little bit of magic? Have a little Fitz magic. Broussard, he's got a beard just like you. What do you think?
Again, don't hate it because I'm only looking for a guy for 7 weeks, hopefully. 7-8 weeks, hopefully. He can catch magic for a month. A month. And then once you start expecting it and fits it, then that's when he falls off.
Though.
But a month, I don't hate that.
But all of these are the only option there that it gives you a plausible chance is Garoppolo. Because Garoppolo at least is
a winner.
Well, no.
Yeah.
But he
music
is.
to my ears.
Dusty, get the graphic
but
ready.
he is a guy that has proven to be in the right context a viable starter. The question is, are the Cowboys the right context? And that's where the shame of, listen, I feel badly for Dak. You know what I mean? First of all, he hates when we talk about his injuries. That's HIPAA. I don't know if you knew, but he told us that before. However, I feel badly that he hurt his thumb. But it also kind of makes us change the topic from what it deserves to be, which is that was a mortifying opening night performance.
Unquestionable.
They were the most penalized team in football last year. They had 10 penalties. They were at least gained a lot of yards last year. Yesterday they had 240 yards. They were the second fewest in the entire NFL. They were the only team not score a touchdown. Mac Jones scored a touchdown. They are the only team to not score a touchdown. Trey Lance, who y'all are already throwing out of the league, his team got a touchdown.
Not yet.
It was incompetence from top to bottom for the Cowboys. And now it's what do they need to do at quarterback? When the answer is, when you said I can't give up on him. If Dak hadn't been hurt, were you going to be on TV today being like, Cowboys still looking like the NFC East favorites?
No, but
not to me.
I don't know, Joe Burrow. Am I ready to give up on Joe Burrow? Am I giving up on Aaron Rodgers? Like, I'm not. You're going to have a bad game to start. Mac Jones didn't like the world
It
on
wasn't
fire.
just that, though, Wiles. Nick is right. They looked atrocious. And that's the only reason I'm saying, they can't get Jimmy G, all right, because the Niners not giving him up. I think another guy you didn't have on your list, Tyler Huntley. How about him in Baltimore? I don't think they'd give him up.
No, I
right?
think that I think he has specific
that
value to Baltimore because of Lamar's injury.
And I think he can help Dallas.
I just want to understand something very quickly before we move on. Sure. There was no team that was willing to trade anything for Jimmy Garoppolo.
Well, the Rams were interested, reportedly.
Interested, they didn't trade for him. They were so interested. It's like you're walking past that store. It's like, oh, that's a nice coat. I'm so interested, I won't even walk in the store. But I'm interested. So here's my question. You think if the Cowboys, if Jerry was desperate, if he offered a third-round pick for Jimmy Garoppolo, you think the Niners turned that down?
Right now?
Yeah. No.
Yes.
Wow. No, you don't.
Did you watch the game yesterday?
We're going to talk Niners later, but
you throw that out there and then you run from it.
That's insane. Yeah, I thought Trey was fine. He was in a monsoon. I think you guys.
Justin Fields found a way to make plays.
I
know he wasn't great all night long. Fine, but one of those 8 was key. All right.
We did the meeting. I was like, bro, don't worry. It won't turn into a Jimmy G conversation. He's like,
because he doesn't play fair. He's ripping Jimmy G.
I'm not ripping Jimmy G.
Okay. Let's talk about the other team that played last night. Tom Brady and the Bucs. Brady 18 for 27, 212. Had a touchdown, had an interception. Nick, put a grade on the GOAT's performance.
A C. I mean, it was fine. Enough to pass the class. Not, I don't think Brady. I bet Brady would give himself a worse grade.
Right.
The one, I will give you 2 positives for the Bucs and then 1 concern. Because I thought Brady was fine. He seemed a little frustrated with the offensive line. That's going to happen throughout the year. And we'll see how serious Donovan Smith's injury is. Is something with a hyperextended elbow. They think. If it's just that, because he's an offensive line, they probably put a brace on it and he'll play. They can't lose him after losing the interior of their line. The concern for the Bucs is that it looked like they didn't have any form of the continuity on the offensive line. That was the concern, and Godwin got dinged after being hurt. The positive for the Bucs, Brew, is Julio looked better in a Bucs uniform than he did at any point in a Titans uniform. And your guy, who I've been a skeptic of since LSU, Leonard Fournette, was excellent. I give you credit.
He is my guy.
He is your guy. He loves him and the other Bucs running back, Gio.
Well, we stay together, those of us from the Bayou.
Exactly. So I thought if you're Tampa, you're happy you escaped with a win. You thought your defense played great. But on offense, Leonard Fournette and Julio Jones are nice positives that I wasn't necessarily anticipating for them this year.
Nick, that was one of his best segments in a while. Because it was a C. I mean, Brady, what was he, 18 for 27, 3 times in the red zone, only converted once. The pass to Julio was great. Hit him with another one that almost would have been a tough catch, but Julio almost made. Even the touchdown pass, I get, okay, he was aiming for the back shoulder, but it took a spectacular one-handed catch from Mike Evans to get that touchdown. So Brady was, what you might expect for a guy that took off 11 days during training camp. He was a little rusty. Chris Godwin is out. The offensive line wasn't there, but he got rid of the ball quickly. C. Okay. What are you giving him, an A?
No, we've got 30 seconds left. I'm giving him a CBS Boston, who Michael Hurley developed this stat. The headline was Brady and Mac Jones had the same game. So, Michael, whenever you come to New York, I'm going to buy you a cappuccino, my friend. Tom Brady went 212, Mac Jones went 213. Both had a touchdown, both had an interception. Passer rating, 87.3, 87.2. So, C for me, CBS Boston. Great.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.